this has really been the kind of the last throw of the dice for Meghan in terms of that Netflix plan. Off the back of it, she's supposed to be launching a lot of products. We've seen her launch some rosé wine. We've seen her launch some flour sprinkles that you can buy. They all sold out quite quickly, but there doesn't seem to be much, tableware or any other merchandise coming off the back of it just yet. There's been quite a few stumbles in the road. She's had to change the name of her company and various other things. So it remains to be seen how successful they're going to be with this venture out there.
The Duchess of Sussex has released the second series of her Netflix show. It's called With Love, Meghan. If you just heard that big sigh from Alexis, you clearly didn't watch the first season or didn't like what you did see.
No, the first season apparently opened to some scathing reviews, but it certainly allowed Harry and Meghan another side of themselves, with a Michelin-starred chef saying that Meghan is really good at cooking. The Times royal editor Kate Mansey has watched the full thing, so you don't have to. Kate, thank you for your service to the nation. What did you see in the latest series? What's your verdict?
Well, this is the second series, as you rightly say, of With Love, Meghan. Now, we don't know if there's going to be a third series after this, but it's 8 episodes in which we see her do all sorts of things, from cooking with her friends to, making candles, flower arranging, and generally kind of lifestyle stuff. We do learn a little bit more about her. Now, Harry hasn't appeared in this series. Like he made a bit of a cameo in the first one, but we hear quite a bit about him. We know he doesn't like lobster, he doesn't like cinnamon, and he doesn't spend much time cooking in the kitchen, according to Meghan, so much so that their children have picked up all the American terms for food and things like that. So there are little insights along the way, but it's a lot less about her. She doesn't talk about the royal family at all. She seems to have put that in the past. There's no criticism there or anything kind of juicy in that respect. But she does say she misses one thing from the UK. Sadly, it's not Times Radio, it's Magic FM. She likes the nostalgic pop music, apparently.
What is the aim of the show? Is it here's behind the scenes what our life is like? Because it doesn't sound like it. It seems very controlled, very produced, if you like to use the sort of the TV term. Is that how it comes across?
Yeah, look, I think it would work better if it was a real kind of inside the life of Meghan and Harry. They left the royal family over 5 years ago now to set up a new life, to become financially independent. Obviously, this is part of the plan to get the deal with Netflix, but it's set in somebody else's house. We only see one little glimpse of their back garden where she's picking some apples from a tree. But it's very controlled. A lot of it seems to be filmed last year because it features her rescue dog Guy, who she announced had died in January. So it's all quite historic, but it's all part of their plan to try to build up this Archwell media brand for themselves. The best success they've ever had, of course, was when they first did the show Harry and Meghan about their departure, and they actually did dish the dirt on what happened a bit more. I mean, that actually had really good reviews, 23.4 million views, and I think that's what viewers want to see, a little bit more about them, about their life. You won't get it from this second series, though.
Do we know what the viewing figures have been like?
For the first series, it wasn't great. They've announced that Netflix deal has now come to an end. Apparently, they've signed a new deal, they say, in which Netflix will have first refusal. But this has really been the kind of the last throw of the dice for Meghan in terms of that Netflix plan. Off the back of it, she's supposed to be launching a lot of products. We've seen her launch some rosé wine. We've seen her launch some flour sprinkles that you can buy. They all sold out quite quickly, but there doesn't seem to be much, tableware or any other merchandise coming off the back of it just yet. There's been quite a few stumbles in the road. She's had to change the name of her company and various other things. So it remains to be seen how successful they're going to be with this venture out there. Meanwhile, Prince Harry doesn't seem to have any kind of real role for himself beyond a few sort of ambassadorial roles.
I mean, is he going to be involved in any of these TV shows? He seems to have been taking a sort of a backseat and let Meghan take the leading role. Is he doing any podcasts? Is he doing anything else?
He's been very quiet recently. They released an Instagram of him surfing. We know he's been playing polo, but in terms of his, kind of public role, that's been a bit quieter. There was a meeting recently, of course, which was publicised between his aides and the King's aides. And the big question, of course, is whether there's going to be a rapprochement there between the King and his younger son. Harry seems to have stopped asking the royal family for an apology. As far as this latest Netflix show is concerned, there isn't any more criticism that's being aimed at the royal family. But whether there will be a kind of a reunification, I think that's what people really want to know. They don't really want to know whether Meghan can prepare a sea urchin and eat its gonads as is described in the programme. There are some light moments in there, but if you're looking for signs of what their life is like in California, it's very kind of stylized, this programme. You're not going to get it from this.
Kate, thank you. Good to speak. Royal editor there, Kate Mansey. Did you say you watched the first series, Rosie?
I watched bits of it, yes. Well, I mean, partly because I knew we were going to be talking about it on the programme.
What I don't understand is what people generally go for, my understanding, when you watch the YouTubers, is authenticity. And the moment people get a sniff that things are produced and sort of manufactured, that becomes uninteresting. But perhaps with Meghan that doesn't apply.
I was a little disappointed because you want to see inside their home and sort of get an idea of the sort of flavour of their life and the dynamics or her decor, but they were in a house that wasn't their own home.
So it's like a posh QVC then?
But she is talking to her friends, that she says some of her best friends, and that was quite interesting to sort of see how she related to people, all the things they talked about. But it was extremely produced, and you didn't actually get a glimpse of sort of the reality of Meghan at home, but more this sort of television version instead.
Chelsea, come back, please.
And then look over here for me. And then look this way.
Tell them to come back.
And
And bring in
Paul. Meghan together.
Paul and Meghan. Meghan, if you would.
We didn't know it personally. It came to it in his arm. It's really been really.
Yeah, it's not really stopped.
My feet now.